So I have to say, I love callbacks. I'm talking about me now as a consumer. So, like, one of them, I mean, I actually get excited when I have a problem. I do a lot of Amazoning, sending as well as receiving stuff. Um, and I often dealing with sellers, like external sellers on the marketplace or whatever. And things do go wrong with Amazon. I mean, they're very, very good at delivery. Obviously, people know that, and at fulfilling on their logistics side and things. But when things go wrong, they actually often automatically offer you a callback, right? So if you try, I mean, I don't know if you've ever had this experience yourself, but what happens is I guess they recognize algorithmically somehow, okay, Pierce is currently having a pretty bad situation here. We should offer him a call, because most of the time the call option is not there. There's no phone number you can call. You can never find that, right? But they just dynamically offer you the call, and then when it says we can call you now if somebody's available, or sometimes it will say that we can call you a little bit later, and they suggest a time frame. Those are the only two things that appear, and usually only one of them appears, because they already know whether somebody can talk to you right now. And it's an absolutely beautiful experience, because whatever one is promised, exactly that happens. I mean, you go yes, and then like 5 seconds later the phone rings, or you accept if it's the other option with the later, and you accept the time frame. The call comes during that time frame, and if they don't reach you, they message you and say we tried to call you, and then you realize, okay, they really did try to call me. They did exactly what they said. I wasn't there. It's my fault. So I need to go, and start the interaction again. All right. Absolutely perfect. This is pretty rare though, right? So there's two situations that you experience as a consumer. You go because you've got some, mega problem, like the back of your head is on fire or whatever, right? Something is really bad. You need to get it sorted out. And so you go online or on an app or whatever, and you try and find customer support, and you go through whatever the steps are. And then, you say, oh, well, I'm not getting what I want. You start to chat, nobody there to answer your chat, or the chatbot doesn't help you if it's an automated system, and you just get frustrated, and that kind of continues on until you like go nuts, basically, or give up. That's the most common kind of situation. And then you phone up, and you land in a queue for ages, right, after going through a painful IVR experience. And while you're in the queue, you're offered some horrible muzak to listen to, which you have to put up with, and listen to them telling you how important your call is to them, which it evidently isn't, because nothing is happening. That's what usually happens. And by comparison with the Amazon process, it just, it's right. It's a different world. It's a world of pain. There's no reason really to do that. I think what's really cool is in both situations, whether you're online or on an app in the one side, or whether you're calling up and you're waiting in a queue, I think in both situations, it's possible to offer the exact same as Amazon does. So it really surprises me when companies don't do that. Now, one thing that companies do is they offer it, but then they don't do it as well. And I think that's worse. Honestly, if you offer callbacks and you make a promise to somebody, I'm going to call you back now, or I'm going to call you back at 2 p.m. or something, and then you don't do those things, that is actually worse than not offering a callback. It is worse than the pain of making them wait and all those kinds of things, because now you've made a direct promise with a timeline attached to it, and then you fail. And I think this is the biggest issue I see with the callback solutions that are being offered all the time, is that they don't come even close to the Amazon experience. And therefore, you actually are potentially decreasing loyalty to your brand, driving your NPS and your customer satisfaction scores through the floor, even though you're trying to offer something better. I think the key thing is that only integrated callback works. Integrated means the company has to know, like in my Amazon example, it has to know both that your problem is bad enough that we should give you a call back and we shouldn't make you wait. And they have to know that we have somebody available at the time that is promised, which means it's deeply integrated, right? It means that it knows a lot about which agents with what skill set and with speaking what language are available either now or later on. They've got a good prediction model. And I think that's the only way to do it. I think you go all the way and make promises and keep them, or don't do it. It would be my advice. And what I've seen is not doing that is really a killer. Can really, really hurt your business.